Hello and welcome to this very special segment brought to you by SDBbank on a new chapter of growth. The shareholders of Sanasa Development Bank have consented to enable FMO, SBI FMO and IFC, which is a member of the World Bank Group, to invest a total of $22 million, or in Sri Lankan rupees, that's 3.3 billion in the bank. We're here today to find out a little bit more about this investment from the stakeholders themselves, and we have with us right now the Senior Investment Officer from FMO in the Private Equity Department, Mr. Alwin B. Kool. Would you like to tell us a little bit more about what your institution is all about?
Sure. FMO is the Dutch Development Bank. We are 50% owned by the Dutch government. The other 50% is shared amongst the three private sector banks in the Netherlands. We've been in operation for over 40 years, and as a mandate, we are there to provide financial products to private sector companies in developing countries and in countries where there's economics in transition. Within this mandate, we have three focus sectors where we think the development of a country is most needed. One being the financial sector, where we provide access to finance. Second being agricultural developments, where we think providing food for and agricultural products for societies is also crucial for the build-up of a country. Third being energy. Without energy there is no economy, without energy there is no business. So these three sectors we have identified as key drivers for economical success, and we very much focus on that. And I myself work for the Financial Institutions Department, so I focus myself on providing equity products for financial institutions.
Okay. Thanks for giving us a description about FMO. Can you now tell us a little bit more about the investment that you have made in SDBbank?
Yes, as you already mentioned in your introduction, FMO is providing this financial product together with the fund that FMO together with SBI created, as well as with IFC, who already owns part of the shares in Sanasa. And for FMO, we provide both equity for some millions of dollars. We have owned shares in Sanasa. On top of that, we've provided a convertible loan. This convertible loan is now still considered a loan, a debt product. But after a certain period of 5 years, we will convert these loan amounts into shares. So we will become a bigger shareholder in 5 years' time. And on top of that, we've provided a senior loan facility with a tenor of 5 years. So it's really a combination of all the products that FMO has to offer that we really put into this one transaction.
Why have you selected Sri Lanka and in particular SDBbank to make this investment?
Well, FMO operates in 85 countries throughout the world. So there's many countries that we operate, and Sri Lanka has been for a long time already a country where we operate for many reasons. One reason being that there is a microfinance sector that is in need of capital. There is a microfinance sector that is in need for providing loans. We've had long-standing relationship with other microfinance institutions that have grown since many years already. And Sanasa is a very interesting for us partner to work with, since they are backed up by the Sanasa movement, which is really an embedded microfinance institute that has many members to offer financial products to. And for us, it's very, very interesting to not only provide equity to this bank, but also to help Sanasa, as within Sanasa there is the ambition to grow this microfinance into more an SME-focused bank. We would really, and our ambition is to really help this bank grow towards becoming more of an SME bank.
Okay. Well, as a world-reputed organization, I'm sure FMO has done diligent analysis and you've done feasibility reports about this investment. So what do you think was the uniqueness or the strength in SDBbank that made you consider it as a forum for investment?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, I think the Zanasa movement behind the Zanasa Bank is key important to us. It's really for us a proof that this bank is really strengthened by a lot of almost 1 million people here in Sri Lanka, and that is for us crucial to know that it's really a bottom-up kind of institute that we believe that would really help growing the country further.
Okay. Any other strengths you see as a part of Sanasa Development Bank's portfolio?
I see a strong management team. Of course, we've done thorough due diligence on the management, but also the board. I think there's a good interaction between the board and management. I think there's highly qualified people there running the bank, so that's for us also a crucial asset that we really believe in and we really wanted to support further.
Okay. So any specific area you would like to encourage SDBbank to use this investment for?
Yeah, well, we have provided the full package, so both equity, subordinated loan and debt. So with all these 3 products you can do different things, but ultimately it's to strengthen the balance sheet of Zanasa, and this balance sheet is needed for the bank to grow further, as first of all the capital base makes it easier for the bank to attract loans, and these loans will make it easier to provide financial means to the people in the country. One of the things that we see will really be the changing component, we believe, also for Zanasa, is the inclusion of technical solutions in the outreach. What we see now is that Zanasa is still very much focused on branches and a branch outroll throughout the country, whereby I believe there are some 90 branches now in Sri Lanka. But I think within a few years' time, these branches will still exist. But I also believe that there will be a lot of applications of fintech kind of solutions or mobile banking solutions that would really benefit the customers, which is the ultimate goal for both us, but also Zanasa. So I think on IT, there is still a lot to be done. And it's not something typical for Zanasa or Sri Lanka. We see this elsewhere in the world. And we really believe that that's the section that still needs steps to be taken.
Okay, and finally, what's the vision you foresee in terms of where this collaboration between FMO and SDBbank can take both the institutions?
Yeah. Today, during the AGM, I held a speech on that we are now shareholder and we share thoughts and we share beliefs and we share things. And we are, for FMO, now in the beginning of the road to share things and to work towards the ambitions we have jointly. And for me, I think it's now too early to say we should focus on this, on that. I think the first step and the important step for FMO now is to sit with management, to sit with the board, to listen to stakeholders around that and see where the needs are. And then we can, together with management and board, decide on aspects that we want to focus on. And then we have technical assistance program, including funding, that we will try to use for the benefit of the bank. So for me, now it's a bit too early to be more specific on that.
We're here with Mr. Alwin B. Kool, who is a Senior Investment Officer at FMO, and it was lovely to hear his thoughts on this collaboration between FMO and SDBbank. Stay tuned for more interviews with the other stakeholders.